Hey, what's up, world? It's your boy G Shrimp, everybody, Faith, Baby Daddy, voice of the street, man. And today we go be in these YouTube streets, man, just moving around and see what's going on, man. So, hit that like button, y'all. Subscribe to the channel, man. We're on the road to 25,000 subscribers. Help me get there, y'all. It don't cost you nothing to subscribe. Well, I got both of the cameras set up for a reason, y'all, with both of the computers. I'm trying to start doing my other things and put them on Facebook like they want me to do. And y'all also know I got 2 YouTube channels. I got another one of those, so y'all, when y'all see them other channels pop up, hit that like button, y'all, and subscribe to that channel. Subscribe to that channel. On the body, y'all. Hey, what's up, world? Anyway, that's cool. So that one there, I guess that's a 15-second, 1 minute one. God damn, that wasn't 15 minutes. I know that wasn't, maybe a few seconds. But anyway, y'all, let's start. Where should we start at, y'all? Let's start with the video I did earlier about the female named Allie Carter, y'all. Now, Allie Carter, y'all, this woman was worse than Jaguar Wright. Jaguar Wright heard stories and seen a few things. This girl participated, y'all. She said she had been trafficked since she was a baby, y'all. A baby. And you know where they got her from? DCFS, y'all, out of Child Protective Services. That's where she come from. And they start trafficking these little babies, and she explained some type of ritual they have. Let me explain it to you, y'all, better so y'all can understand it. This trafficking shit is real, right? Y'all starting to notice that, right? Boy, listen, that movie Taken hit it right on the head with what's going on. That ain't no movie, y'all. All that is true. All that type of shit happens, y'all. We thought it was a movie. Oh, it's a movie. He even got his daughter. Ooh. Yeah. But for them to dream up some shit like that, they know it's happening. They mimic that from there. Real life, real life always imitate art, or art imitate real life all the time. And it's levels to this shit when you get sex trafficked, right? I don't know what you have to do as punishment or whatever, whether you start out small and they raise you up. First thing they do is get you hooked on drugs, because they giving them something to do this or that, and then they'll put you in some little small town, right? Or maybe a place like a trailer. You seen the movie Taken, when them guys was able to walk in and all the bitches was chained up in different rooms. Some of them was up and ready. Some of them was so high they lay down. Come on, baby, I'm clean. She wanna fuck because she know every time another client come in there, she make her some money or some points toward getting her sick off, getting some more work or whatever. And some be like that. That's on the low grade level, y'all. Then you got a higher grade, like the man on the boat, y'all. And they had all the women in auction. They was showing them, and people were looking through cameras, and a lot of them weren't there. They had representatives there, and they see something they like. I want that one. Bid on her. Bid on her. Bid on her. And they bidding on these women, and they get to keep them, right? Do you know Allie said that shit happened to her a few times? She said she had been trafficked. She had went to Snoop Dogg house. She went to Buckingham Palace, she said. A lot of places she went, and she said they all have one thing in common. They have these underground tunnels at these places. A lot of times, so the neighbor don't see you coming in with a bunch of bitches. pull up in the van, get out, going in there. So they have to be discreet, y'all, because some of these kids, they get unalived. You know, just because 15 bitches walked in the house don't mean 15 go walk out of there, y'all. They treat them real bad. You know, they might cut the motherfucker elbow and drink blood out the elbow, right? And you sitting here like, damn, and you ain't stopping, the blood just dripping. Then about 20 minutes, hey man, stop her from bleeding. She bleeding all over the floor. Plus, she look like she finna pass out. Ain't nobody go buy the bitch if she done cut her hand and passing out. You know, and then she said also, if you go somewhere and you start bleeding when they fucking you in the ass and you start bleeding, they'll get mad and won't purchase you. And now your pimp mad because, bitch, you know you supposed to sold. You supposed to been going over there, but you know, fuck around, let your asshole start bleeding. Now you got to stay here another 3 months until somebody else come to buy. You know, these auctions don't come up every fucking day. They might come up once a week, once a month. I mean, something like that. But that's sad, y'all. We really got people out here like, look at this. We still ain't heard from that bitch Sugar Dior. Y'all remember her, the light-skinned rapper, messing with the slash pimp, slash boyfriend out there. And she went out there and ended up going on a date with some guys that offered her $500. She got in the car with 2 people, right? She ended up riding her, going with them. She texted her boyfriend, told her where she's supposed to be. You know, so he knows she going to bust this move, right? They find her phone, he done threw it out the window, and she went on to some other place. And he never seen her again. Now, a lot of YouTubers start using it, right, y'all, catching up on the story, and the people who had it like, man, that shit getting too hot. You know what? You got to call your mom and tell that bitch you alright, and to pipe down. That's exactly what she did, but she could have been held at gunpoint, knife to her throat, anything. You don't clear the air. You don't stop that. You supposed to let somebody know, I need to see my daughter. Otherwise, I ain't finna stop doing a damn thing. Because obviously I know I'm getting under your skin. And nigga like, man, I can't even hardly take this bitch nowhere because her picture's everywhere, bruh. He said, we went to breakfast to get a pop, man, early today. Motherfucker was looking at her in the gas station. Nigga had the picture, and I think that's her, man. I'm not sure. You know, they trying to look and see. So I think they forced that woman into calling her mother, and look, she ain't been back yet, y'all. I ain't saying she dead, but she's somewhere chained to a wall getting the shit fucked out, I tell you that. And then they go get them so strung out, they go be useless, and they just junkies. When they put them back on the street, they just junkies. If don't nobody want to hear their story, or they ain't trying to tell their story, they did, y'all. They did. Father's getting the money side, you know. Because everybody don't believe this sex trafficking things and that things can happen. And it happened with our entertainers and higher ups in the world. That's how we looking at it. Oh, he got everything he could want. He got it made. What could he want? Happiness. Because most of these people who doing this type of shit, they can't be happy. You don't sex traffic no girl, have her do this and that, you know, and you ain't getting nothing out the deal. What? This just crazy, y'all. That's crazy. Let me know what y'all think, man. Y'all can find some of her stories, man, on their TV. Y'all can look it up, man. Her name is Allie Carson, y'all. And guess what? She made so much noise until they came and kidnapped her, y'all. She had told her mother and everybody, she said, I sent all y'all some paperwork. If something should happen to me, it's no need for y'all to hold it. Y'all can send it out. I don't care who it incriminate. I don't care who it make look bad. Or I don't care who it make look guilty. Listen, I need y'all to put that out. I sent it to like 4 friends that she really could trust. And she sent it. Ain't no paperwork hit the stand or nothing yet. They might have sold it back to the people who needed it. Puff Daddy, Snoop Dogg, and 3 people that she had named who she was with. You know, Snoop Dogg name was one of them. I'm like, wow, Snoop don't get in a lot of shit, but for his name to be in that, damn. You know, but it is what it is, y'all. Nothing you could do about it. Hopefully they find this girl alive, y'all. Or they might just shoot up with some of that shit and have her crazy and hallucinating, and they can just put her in a nursing home. Start with a 72-hour hold on her. And when she, no, I ain't staying here. Start acting crazy and climbing with them nurses. Bitch come behind her or just stick that bitch with an RPN. You know, that's some shit that knock them out. I told y'all my wife was a nurse. And I worked at the same facility. That's how we met, right? Don't you know, we had a lot of little people that worked it there, not worked it there. They was patient there. Some of them couldn't even go to the store by themselves. So, and then some of them could, you know. So it's one guy there, his name was Walter. He was a real little old man, white guy. All he wanted, he just walked to the store, get him a pop. That's it. He is harmless, y'all. Do you know one of the goddamn supervisors? He was supervisor over like psychiatry or whatever he was to them. He was the administrator, or not even administrator, because that's such a high position. He was in charge of that department, put it like that, y'all. Do you know he put a restriction on Walter, the old man? And he come to the door ready to go out like he used to be. And I'm like, Walter, you going to the store? He like, yeah. So I go to sign him out. I see the do not release, it's a hole. I'm like, whoa, Walter. He like, yeah. I said, when they put you on restriction? He like, I'm not on restriction. I said, that's what it say here. So I can't let him go out, y'all, because if something happened to him, right, they go blame me, because they go be like, man, he was on restriction. Why did you let him out? So I had to go around there and holler at the guy. He like, man, I didn't tell him to come talk to me. I'm like, man, you didn't have to put him on restriction. Come on, man. All he want to do is go get a pop. He like, man. I'm like, all right, well, y'all fix that shit tomorrow. But, Walter, I'm going to take y'all to the store. I used to take them to the store, y'all. Be about 5 of them. They had their coats ready. Because as soon as I get to work, they know my routine. I'm going to count all the residents, make sure they all in the facility. I'm going to count them, and then I'll sit down and I may take them to the store first. Because once I sit down, I know I ain't going to, want to get back up to go to the store. I take them to the store, which one number, half a block, come back. So I'm basically walking them to the store. But do you know them old people, they would be glad for me to come to work just to do that. Because otherwise, they can't get out. Y'all watch you. When your people get in these nursing homes, listen, if you ain't trying to let them stay there forever, or one of them somebody caught a stroke and they end up in there, listen, get them out of there quick as you can. Because they start fucking with them, giving them medicine, and before you know it, they ain't no willing participant no more. Now they mandated in the place. You might have just dropped them off for a while and you think you'll come get them when you're ready. They fuck around and get into it with them nurses, and before you know it, they done got mandated to the place. And then when you mandated to the facility, whatever money you make goes to the facility you stand in. And I'm talking about all of it. I don't give a fuck if you got $10,000 a month from Social Security. They take all $10,000. They give you $30 a month. So don't let your people stay in them places, man. And I ain't even got to the bed sores and stuff, how they don't be turning some of the ones and all this. You have good CNAs and bad CNAs, but it is what it is, man. Hopefully you don't catch a bad one, y'all. So y'all got parents, y'all ain't went through this yet, that's getting up in age. Try to take care of your own mother and father. Try to do that, that'll help a whole lot. That would help a whole lot. Now, let me ask y'all, do y'all be seeing this weird nigga, man, 607 Unk? He's a weird cat to me, y'all. I don't be getting on YouTubers and shit like that. My brother be watching them laugh. Man, we see crazy, he do this. And I'm like, yeah, I think he's a damn fool. Other people, some people rock with him. He trying to be funny. But what killed me about society is how y'all just accept anybody. Niggas sitting on the motherfucking air, getting high as a kite. I see Jesus and God, they up there arguing. Damn, Moses got a big ass stick. I thought he already lost that stick, gang. He still got that stick? Damn. Who was that? Damn, what? Where y'all going with the Noah? What? Noah, where you going? It ain't even raining up here, gang. What the fuck is y'all doing, man? Stop playing with me. Stop playing with me. Stop playing with me. Just all off the wall. But if it's for entertainment, that's what you're trying to do. Hey, that's crazy though, man. He's kind of a weird guy. But him and Charleston White then got into it a little bit, back and forth. Now Charleston can take that shit and fuck with other people. He can dish it out, but he can't take it. Now all of a sudden, dude said, man, Charleston White's sweet. Yeah, I want to get him. Yeah, I'm gonna fuck him. Yeah, I want to know he want to fuck. Yeah, I'm gonna fuck him. Yeah, I'm gonna fuck him. I'm gonna stick my dick in his ass. Oh no, I don't know. Maybe not in his ass. Maybe I take that back. Pause. Yeah, not in his ass. Pause. Gang. Just. And you looking at him like, this nigga serious? What the fuck wrong with him? But you can see him smoking this shit. I ain't gonna fuck Charleston like that. I'm just leave him alone. Charleston seen this and got scared like, man, I'm not doing no show with this nigga. I ain't going nowhere. He said, man, I'm in fear for my life. If I see that nigga down here where I stay at, he said, I'm gonna kill him. And I ain't worrying about going to jail because it's a stand your ground law. And he already working on his defense, y'all. You hear me? Charleston White ain't playing. He trying to work on his defense already. But hey, it is what it is. Man, I'm just saying, Charles, don't throw your life killing that nigga. And don't you fuck your little run up going down there fucking with that nigga. Y'all ain't got to fuck with each other. It's big enough and enough money for everybody to eat. Just do what you're doing and stay out of other people's lanes and they business, and you will be all right, y'all. Okay, we talked about Kelly. We talked about y'all. Let's start with Lil Durk, man. Lil Durk finna try to go for his fourth bond hearing, y'all. His fourth bond reconciliation hearing. Got it coming up, right? Ain't too much to change, so I'm pretty sure they might try to deny it quick. Lil Durk, it should have hit you by now that you are going to have to take this to trial. And you're going to have to fight it in custody. Yep. You're going to have to fight it, man. They did the same shit with Young Thug. Had him in there acting like he was a menace to society. He a terrorist to the whole world. The whole world, not just the United States, the whole world. Anywhere Young Thug go, you can get killed. Because Young Thug might send some niggas to kill you. And Young Thug sitting in the courtroom like, oh, what the fuck is they talking about? Oh, they're shooting with Tutu. Damn, he was in my car. Oh, they're shooting on House. Damn, he was in my car too. Then you got another fool, you like, damn, bruh, I got too many damn cars, man. I've been letting y'all use these motherfuckers riding around, and here it is, y'all popping niggas, and I'm catching the case. While I'm catching the case, I can take an educated guess, y'all, because the car's in your name, and they probably bailed out. No doubt, they belt out that bitch, and When the police run the plates, they come to your house and kick your goddamn door down. Where the fuck is this nigga at? Where he at? So that's that, y'all. But now let's go to this other thing I heard. Right, I ain't even watched some of the shit. Y'all know Larry Hoover is finna get out for bond, right? I mean, he finna get out. Now, for the people who's not familiar with what's going on, let me try to explain it from the best of my criminal knowledge that I have, y'all, right? Trump pardoned Larry Hoover. It was a federal case. So the federal case is gone. Now he's still in jail under the first case he had. He had got 100 and something years. 100 years to 200. So they had like 100 to 150 to 200 years. So you got to be in between, but you only do one of them. So let's say they say, okay, you got 100 years. This is the old law, y'all, when you do half of your time, under 50%. Larry been locked up since 1973, y'all. So he definitely under that old law where you do half of your time. He done 52 years, y'all. So now all he got to do is wait until the parole board come down there. They usually come once a month. Either at the beginning of the month, at the end of the month. Either way it go, they come down there. When they come down there, they gonna let him go, y'all. Because Illinois is like this. It's not like every other state. In Illinois, you don't have to ask for parole. They automatically give it to you. You hear me? I'm going to say that again. In Illinois, you don't have to ask for parole. They automatically give it to you. So what's going to happen with Highsmith, he ain't got to discuss these people. The calculation sheet is going to roll and change, and it's going to kick him right out the door, right? So then he'll be able to leave, y'all. So, he don't have to verbally speak to the parole people and say, please let me go, long as he eligible to be released. And I believe they're going to release him, y'all. Yup. They're going to release him. They got to. And they ain't got nothing to lose. Let this old man go home and be with his grandkids or his second, great-great-grandkids that he ain't never seen. He ain't never seen. And check out how the internet is, y'all. All shady shit go around. Do you know this motherfucker 1090 Jake went and found some paperwork, and he talking about Larry Hoover is snitching. That's what he said. So we went through it. I listened to it, y'all, and me and one of my other people, we listened to it, and I'm like, man, this case so damn old. I know who they talking about, y'all. That's crazy. See, I've been in this neighborhood for years, and the nigga they talking about, his shop was up on Halsted. Y'all should know the name Highsmith. Highsmith was a gangster, y'all. Supreme gangsters back then. They were supreme gangsters. So during the time before Larry had got all the juice, he was the leader of his little gang, the Disciples, right? Or they had another name, East Side Gangsters. They was, y'all. He was young, so he had all the little young niggas. And then there was a lot of older guys that was under the old law. And it always be divided like that, y'all. And damn near every mob, you got a nigga that call shots for the little niggas and one call for the OGs, but they all under as one. But I don't know if he took this play out of Jeff Ford's book, because that's how Jeff Ford ended up running the Stones, y'all. He was not the original leader at first either, and Bull was in charge. And then when Bull come up missing, he was able to just walk in that position. Plus he had all the young niggas and they just let him slide with like, fuck it. You know, you can't prove if he did this. That's why you hear that old rumor that Jeff allegedly had King Bull knocked off. I won't even speak on it. I wouldn't know how true it is, but if it is, I wouldn't speak on it or nothing like that, no way. So, you know, use your own imagination. You can dream or think what you want to think, you know, so. So, Larry is doing basically the same thing he see him do, and he got the little juice. And then he had charisma, y'all. People liked it, and so a lot of people started gravitating toward him, and bam, y'all, he ended up with that spot. But before he got the spot, he ran into Highsmith and one of the other guys, what his name was. I just had read it. But anyway, him and Larry and a few other guys, they were at Robeson, the school, or Parker, the school, right? They walked in. These guys, Highsmith them was a little older than him. They didn't go to the school. You know? So when they walked by him, they looked, they gang banging. So one of the niggas who was with Highsmith like, you just go pull that bitch out and bust that bitch. And he like, shoot that nigga. Well, we weren't using that word. He said, what did he say? Burn his ass. Burn him. Boom, boom. He didn't want to kill him. He shot him a couple times in the ass, right? And you know you're young, you're in high school. People expect niggas to stand on the corner street every day, all day. Ain't never ever had a mistake. Ain't never said something you didn't mean to say or none of that, right? No, you just so perfect. But they asked Larry something like, man, who shot you? Is this guy woo woo woo? What locker he on? What for? Now he don't go to the school. They older. And what's his name? He gave him Highsmith's name, y'all. I ain't saying it's alright, but I'm saying he did do that, and that's what it is. And he ended up, I think Highsmith ended up catching the case or whatever. And then Highsmith had a nigga used to run with him that was under us, the Stones, Edward Bay. Edward Bay, y'all, ran with him. But anyway, he on trial, on record for shooting Larry, right? Why did 1090 Jake, the man coming home, why would you have to pull that up, man? Is you trying to make the old man look bad, bro? I mean, first of all, white boy, you should have stayed out that shit. All money ain't good money, nigga. All videos ain't good video. You should have never made that fucking video. The man fighting for his life trying to fucking get home to his people, and you go put a goddamn snitching paperwork out on him that's 35, 45 fucking years old. Don't no motherfucker give a fuck. It's people that's willing to see him come on. They don't give a fuck what that paperwork say. Half these niggas ain't obeying no laws, no way. They all motherfucking renegades. They ain't listening to shit. They all renegades. So you putting that paperwork out, I feel you was being malicious and shit. You did that with an evil intent, because you ain't trying to help the man. He ain't even fucking got home yet. Some of these young boys, they crazy, man. You don't need to put no bullshit in their head. He ain't even got home. And you might have some niggas planning to kill him, man. I heard he was on paperwork there and all, though. He on paperwork, man. Motherfucker got to get up with him. You have these boys thinking, oh, they need to stand on that, or we ain't fucking with him. We ain't fucking with him. Who cares? That ain't what he coming home for. But still, it would have been better if you hadn't done that. His name was intact. Didn't have no smudge on his name until you just pulled that shit out. And then you gotta say, hey, these motherfuckers is young, y'all. So when you hear somebody snitching and they young, you got to check the police out, y'all. Because a lot of these people, they don't just volunteer the information. The police trick them out of it, y'all. They trick them out of it. They don't just go in there scared and start talking. No. They try to stay silent, and then he asks him a question that he asked him already, and he forgot what the fuck he just said. And then they like, hold on, I thought you said you went over there at 8:30. No, it was 10 minutes to 9. It's about something like that. Let me see. Last time you said you went over there at 8. Now you talking about it's almost 10:30. Now which one is it? Damn, I think it was closer to 10:30. Right, that's what time she was killed. She was killed at 10:27. So you was there. I didn't say I was there. I said 8:30. Damn, man. You know I didn't say that. You know you done fucked up, right? Yeah, you know you done fucked up. Mm-hmm. Yeah. 10:93. You know you done fucked up, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah. But this is just my opinion, y'all. Don't bother me. Y'all watch the video over there and see what you think. I think he should have left it alone. I don't think it was classy, man, and he shouldn't have did that. Because you fucking with a chief, nigga. You fucking with a real fucking chief. Whether y'all believe that shit he stepped down from the mob or not, I don't think that. He just put that on paper so he can be eligible for parole, y'all. That's why he had to do that. Which made a lot of sense. He should have been done it, you know, and tried to see if he can get home quicker. Now it look like he get a shot and getting home, and here this paperwork come. Don't y'all know they be playing us against each other too, y'all? Yeah. They can send the YouTuber shit on their own. And then when the YouTubers speak on it or don't speak, they let them know, this, we want you to talk about this. Talk about that. They do things like that to keep us divided, you know. They want us thinking negative about Larry so we wouldn't have no love, so we won't be waiting on him to come home. They want his people to have their back against him when he come through. And he ain't gonna have no choice but to go to the street and start making some shit shake. So they can get him back in jail real soon. That's crazy. That's crazy. Yeah, so that's what's going on, man. When Larry go in front of the parole board, he should be out of here, y'all. He'll be coming home. And like I say, for the people who wondering how he had 100 fucking years, he been locked up 52 damn years, y'all. Yeah, 52 years he been locked up. Ain't that something, y'all? 52 years he been locked up. His rappy been at home, y'all. Been at home. You know why? Because his name wasn't hot as Larry's. This guy chief, this guy under Larry. They like, okay, fuck him. We ain't gonna enhance his case, but this nigga here, we got a trick for him. You know, as soon as he was almost up with his time, the state wouldn't have been able to hold him no more. Then the feds come, y'all, and fired his ass. Give him 6 life sentences, y'all. Why? 6 life sentences. He ain't gonna be able to do 1. So that means when he die, he still got to go back to jail and do that 5 more times, y'all. 5 more times. Nigga can't even afford to fucking die, right? You owe us 3 more years. Wake up, get your ass up. We gonna shoot you again because you got to get the death penalty 5 times. If you survive the 5th one, you all right, buddy. We gonna let you go. But I guarantee you won't survive that bitch. Even if they told you that, I guarantee you won't survive that. Hit that like button, y'all. Subscribe to the channel, man. Not playing with y'all. I need y'all to join that membership too. Join the membership on this channel, y'all. Not no other one. This channel. We'll get to the membership over on the other channel soon as we get 1,000 subscribers over there. Then we'll start talking about membership. Over here, we need membership and more subscribers. Just keep it coming, y'all. Keep it coming. I'm going to try to keep it going. Just keep it coming. You know. Anyway, man, that's what's going on, man. It's your boy G Shrimp, everybody, face, baby daddy, voice of the street. I'm going to plant you and I'll dig you later. I'm out of here, y'all.